out of the game at this point.
Exactly, and now he actually finds a duo that is a little low here. Manages to get one knock on Skewing. See if he can get the finish there. Goes in for the finish. Manages to secure it. Now Skewing's duo's alive there, but not anymore. Michael takes him out. That's 10 points for Michael now in another box fight situation, but he does have very good loot here. Has the floppers, has the minis, and the mats to sustain the rest of this moving endgame, but we'll have to see if Reflex and Lena up here in the high ground can maintain that, as they just got another elimination.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a rags to riches story here for Michael. He's looking very good just a few moments ago, not looking the greatest, but he is keeping his composure, which is what he has to do in this situation. He's going to have to navigate through all of these builds here, take these walls for his own, so he's able to make the quick edits, but Reflex and Lena just absolutely applying all the pressure. Sivir goes down. Now we're just down to Michael and Kibbo, so it's a 2v1v1. Reflex and Lena, they have this in the bag. I'm calling it right now.
High ground, both have almost max HP and shield here. Two solos down below. It's just like you said, looking like Lena and Reflex's game here, whereas Michael is just taking all that pressure from the high ground. He does have the RPG though, manages to hit Lena with it, drops down Reflex, applying pressure back to the high ground team. Meanwhile, Kibo is just here on the low ground having a good time, but Michael is not going to let that happen. Gets into the box, 100, cracks his opponent there, manages to get the elimination. Now a 1v2 situation.
Yeah, and Michael did the right thing there, trying to get that siphon, but it's not going to be enough for him. He knocks down. What did I just witness? Michael absolutely taking out
AR shots as possible, and Mitro is trying to just see what he can do here. I believe he's looking for a different angle, trying to do whatever he can to get an elim, but they do not have the advantage. Mongol has no shield, actually gets tagged to 2 health, gets knocked down, putting Mitro in a 1v2 situation, which is going to be very difficult to come out on top.
Yeah, you could see Mitra there was actually trying to take high ground to give Mongol a little bit of breathing room, but it's not going to matter. Mitra drops it into the box.
Ads and Supra, who have 4 eliminations, 5 total, now just cranking up on top of this hill, trying to get the high ground. 1,000 above Storm Surge, legendary items, but they're getting tagged by high ground. Be careful. Only 200 wood, Pookie. This is looking bad for Tads.
Yeah, this is looking not the greatest, but it looks as though they were able to come out, dare I say, on top, get some tags, knocks down Outplay. Outplay just got outplayed himself, picks up a few mats, so he's almost at max wood, but his health is not looking very good.
Not at all. Meanwhile, we do have Stock A and Brams on the high ground. Tads is still alive, though. 200 wood, trying to do what he can to stay alive. Duo is down, has been eliminated under him, just trying to do whatever he can, but there is so many bullets, so much rain from every angle that he was not able to survive. But Fusions actually gets taken down by Brams, one of the high ground duo players here, going in to secure the refresh, but his duo partner is not happy with that, almost taking out Brams, now required to go back to high ground and heal up.
Yeah, Brams played that actually really well. Saw that his duo partner had rage and bloodlust in his eyes and said, you know what, I'm going to back off, go back up to high ground where I feel safe and possibly try to take you out that way. He drops back down. Again, very aggressive plays coming out of Brams. He connects with the shotgun to the head, and that's going to be enough to get him almost to full, and he gets another one. He's full health right now. We've got Stockade and Brams controlling this lobby.
Absolutely. Now put into a 2v1 situation. The duo versus the solo. Will they make the comeback? But right now, Brams is just looking for any angle he can, using the splashes to heal up his teammate. The solo has actually taken height from this duo now, trying to pop a little bit of shield, but they're playing very well, applying pressure with the AR here. Now 1v2, doesn't have the health advantage, doesn't have the player advantage. So Brams uses a great play with the bouncer, comes out on top, gets that elimination, and gets the victory royale for his duo that they could get if they decide to just loot it. But now they know that they have the advantage, and I believe those 2 players are not a team. So they're going in right now, got a nice white tag, got that elimination, and there's another solo below as well, and they might even know that. There with their assault rifle, knocking down one of the opponents, putting him in a 1v2 situation once again. Will they be able to secure 20 points off the rip with 4 eliminations?
Him and his duo are popping off right now, and what an awkward place to be fighting. There's no loot around. You don't really have much in your inventory. You're taking these early engagements. These guys' confidence level is through the absolute roof, and it should be, because they just eliminated another player. 3 limbs on iDrop right now, and we haven't even been in the game for... and we're not letting you get away with it any longer. And just like that, Vettel goes down. iDrop now with 36 health is going to try to go in, possibly get a few tags or go for the reboot card. Hits Kostaxi, absolutely takes him off. He's gonna have to go for the finish here to get the siphon, but it looks like Kostaxi's duo here is not going to let that happen. He says, I know you have very low health and I don't want to give you any more. iDrop just getting those tags, not letting the revive happen at all. He's playing very well, Tocata.
Very well, actually cracks his opponent here. Will iDrop be able to come out on top with the disadvantage in HP and the player disadvantage? 1v2. The opponent is throwing his duo away, trying to put him into a safer situation where he can possibly get the res off, but now iDrop's just looking for the angle he needs. He has to get a very big shot with this lever shotgun, which is only going to do enough damage from close range, so he has to either get his finish or find a good angle to get that big shot, which secures him the elimination. Manages to get this finish, gives him the siphon HP, now with 86 health. Could he do it?
It's possible. I mean, but he's going up against W Key, so we're gonna have to see if W Key lives up to his name, but he does not. iDrop actually takes on the 1v2, starting out with 36 HP. What an incredible play coming out of iDrop. Rust player was able to get a little bit of health off, probably by means of a flopper, but he is going to take a second now to heal up. The Benji Fishy going up on height, and Mr. Savage also just kind of playing the low ground. They're trying to sandwich their opponents. Benji Fishy cracks for 88 with that golden tack and knocks down best Rust player, gets the elimination, and would you look at that, our favorites come out on top.
Benji Fishy and Savage absolutely put their opponents into a blender, stirring them up like they were turning them into horchata. What an amazing play from Benji and Savage. I love watching them play. Benji's mechanics are just so strong alongside Mr. Savage, Dreamhack Solo's winner in Anaheim, the LAN event. Just Raffle, who is alone here, not any shield, not a lot of HP against 2 of the best players in Fortnite. This is not a position I'd like to be in.
No, definitely not. You and everybody else watching right now. Raffle doing his absolute best to try to build, but it's not going to be enough. Mr. Savage lands the last hits there on him, and that's going to be enough. He's going back to the lobby, but it was so interesting. I want to dissect a little bit, give themselves a little bit of breathing room, because Savage has those chug splashes. So if anything goes wrong, them staying together is going to be very, very important to coming out on top. You can see here, though, they're just hunting. It's a little game of cat and mouse. Savage gets the 106 shot on Eclipse there. Eclipse is super low. Savage is saying, no, you are not going to have any time to heal. You are mine. Give me your walls. I'm going to use the harpoon gun to my advantage. Eclipse on the run now, but it's not going to be enough. Savage coming out on top. Benji and Mr. Savage looking very, very strong this second game. The high ground warriors can take this game. If not, I don't look at me. I didn't call it.
The caster's curse did not happen, but we can see Freemock, who does have so many eliminations. I'd love to see him come out on top, eliminating not only the low ground but also the high ground team here. Does have the materials to stay alive a little longer. Nice flick shot, securing an elimination. Also has a rocket launcher. Maybe we'll look for a rocket launcher bouncer play, and gets it. Knocks down Wizno. Fastest duo actually hits him with a rocket launcher, but now Freemock 8 eliminations down below, actually in the zone, tanking with floppers. Now it's a 1v1 situation against Freemock and Verox down in the low ground, but now fast against Verox, who will be able to come out on top.
Yeah, he's gonna have to finish this very, very quickly. He's got those floppers, but he is only connected by one wooden wall there. So if Verox was smart, he tried to just knock him down, but he's not going to be able to do that because he has to focus on healing, trying to follow the last remnants of that very small circle. And look at that. Verox just tags up fast, turns around and absolutely delivers. That is going to be it for stacked end games that I don't know if I am ready for again. Nyrox falls to CRR. Are you absolutely kidding me? 2 of the best players in this lobby going head to head, and CRR coming out on top. Tocata, what an upset.
CRR down below was just getting into the action. Managed to get one knockdown while Knifer is just applying pressure from above here, seeing if he can get any eliminations with the AR. Nice 49 tag. Teammate actually gets the knockdown, giving them another elimination here. Great job of holding the high ground, but they have to be careful. There could be a rocket launcher with a player down in the low ground, and they might try and take height, but they're so far above right now that is very unlikely, and they just have to keep this up, and they could come out on top with the victory.
Yeah, for sure. And you can see Knifer actually doubling back there, trying to actually reinforce just in case that RPG play does come out. Takes out Huddy, Nyrox's duo. So that's going to be enough for that duo there, placing in top 20. Now we've got Nate falling to Knifer as well. He is just racking up the eliminations one by one. 6 for this duo. Decides that they want to kind of waterfall down, start playing a little bit closer in case they do get knocked down. Knifer is getting his mats replenished from his teammate Griff. Good on you, Griff. Way to have your teammates back. You love to see it.
Absolutely. They're doing a great job of sustaining the high. We can see now with this new meta that doesn't have shockwave impulses and many mobility items like the Rift Fish, that it's very difficult to take height from a duo that's aware and, you know, is looking around. Oh, look at that, though. CRR actually gets launched into zone, losing a lot of HP, but isn't eliminated yet. So will Knifer and Griff be able to just hold this out, maintain that high ground, and stay alive until the last couple teams there and come out on top? There's still so much action down below. I'd love to see CRR's perspective right now as the chaos is unfolding down below.
And chaos is ensuing indeed. We've got Gray just trying to build, doing whatever he can to make it under those metal builds. He sneaks under, but Knifer says, you know what, it doesn't matter. I'm going to get another angle on you, and I'm not done with you yet. 5 players left in this lobby. We've got 4 teams left, which means that Knifer and Griff are the only duo left. The rest are going to be solos.
And there it is. CRR taking down one of those solos right now, but there's still one more. Vortex down below. Solo v duo. Who will be able to come out on top? Knifer gets one. Now CRR is put into a 1v2 situation here. It's going to be very difficult for him to come out on top, but it's possible here. 3 players alive. It's the duo versus the solo. Will CRR be able to clutch it up?
We're gonna have to see. I mean, we've seen it go both ways today. Call it right now, Tocata. Who's coming out on top?
I want to see CR do it. I want to see him take him out. Boom, one pump, takes out the other one, keeps height. Let's see it happen. He's on top right now. Got a nice tactical shot. Actually eliminated Knifer's teammate, but Knifer gets that last shot. Nice try from CRR, but congratulations, Knifer and Griff, for that victory. Kinsel is not at 293. Is going to need another 50 points to qual. So let's see if Wakey and Kinsel can do it. Gets into the box, gets that elimination. Now at above 300 points. They need less than 50 to qualify. They just have to get a couple more eliminations or hold out a little longer and get that placement.
Yeah, and prediction right now for placement, we're looking at a projection of 355 to 365 points. So they are certainly very close. This could be their last game, though, so they really are going to have to clutch up, and they are. Kinzo actually making a major edit there and just saying, hello, take my tack to the face, go back to the lobby, bud. I am the king of low ground, and I'm about to prove it.
And there it is. Now a total of 5 eliminations they've gotten in this low ground, securing them an incredible amount of points, getting very close to the qual now. His duo is down though. Wakey has been knocked. Kinsel is alone. He has to secure another 20 to 30 points as a solo, but this is getting to the end. Same duo on high ground. ETQ still alive here in qual range with the points, but Kinsel does need 20, so he's gonna have to play this very well as a solo. He does have shields to recuperate that damage. He doesn't have a lot of builds, but he does have a legendary tac shotgun. If he can use that to his advantage, play the box fights, get those eliminations, this could be a qual. 340 points on Kinsel.
And you can see that he just picked up another elimination there. If he can get just a couple more, he's going to be looking good for placement, but time is definitely dwindling. But it doesn't matter because he absolutely rips off Quad's shield. Quad is actually trying to look around him now, not really sure where to go from here, but that's going to be it for Kinzo. He gets taken out. Unfortunately, it was ETQ on that one there. Now, him and Stir6 just doing a little bit of a dance on the low ground, playing to the egos a little bit. I like to see it.
having a little fun. They do have 400 points, which is above our prediction for qualifying, but I'm not sure if the high ground team does, or Klusha, or Flicks that are getting in a battle right now with ETQ and his duo, but ETQ come out on top, get those 2 eliminations, and now I feel like it's a 1v2 situation here. Rehouse is trying to heal it out. Will he be able to play the heal game here and get the victory royale? And he does. Maybe we can see his points as well. 339 plus the victory royale. It's going to be close. We'll have to see if he can make the qual.
Tocata.
Absolutely, but Tayson and Thomas is not a team you want to go against here in EU. They're one of the top Titans here, just going in, takes out Reflex. Now it's a 2v1. Lena goes in a fight, actually takes down Tayson, but Thomas comes out on top, finishing off that battle, and they come out victorious with 372 points, which... How is Refsguard alive right now? 5 eliminations, has the flopper to heal up, just made a journey through the zone, getting elim after elim and just tanking it with the floppers, but he's not done yet. Almost 500 points and he's still in the action, playing as a solo here. Has the materials needed, has the minis, just has to keep going, keep rotating, getting those elims while he's rotating, but Kinsel as well. Very close right now on the borderline to qualifying. 3 eliminations, just going in, full aggression, full confidence. Meanwhile, Refsguard getting elimination after elimination on the low to mid ground here. There's just insane gameplay. That's another one. That's 7 eliminations for Refsguard.
Unbelievable. Remsguard is popping off harder than anybody that we have seen in these semifinals so far. Going to take a second just to regroup, maybe pop a mini, or actually he doesn't really think he needs it because he is going to go up and possibly challenge for height here. Nope. He's going to open up this box and see a whole lot of fish just swimming in a barrel down there. Doesn't get any shots off though because he is going to have to try to make this quick rotation into the next zone. He's going to have to be very careful here. No more white heals, but he is right on the edge of the zone and it is moving back the other way. He just got a little bit lucky there, Tocata.
Absolutely. Kinsel actually gets knocked as well, although he is at 400 points, so he's qualled. But let's look at Refsguard here, playing as a solo. Secured 7 eliminations, but he's not done yet. Gets a knock. 1v2 scenario, gets both eliminations. He's at 9 elims now, almost 10 as a solo. There's the most elims I've seen today as a solo, and he's not done yet. Has the epic rocket launcher going for high ground, but doesn't know that there's another duo above. Unfortunately, gets taken down, but it doesn't matter. What an insane game for Refsguard. But meanwhile, Nate on the high ground just getting tack shot after tack shot. 370 points, very close to qualifying here. They need the victory.
Yeah, and the victory is within their sights. They can see it. They knock down Rifla, and there it is. Jasse and Nate coming in hot with a victory with 8.
For our semifinals, 750 duos fighting it out for those 50 spots. And just look at those names in the top 5 alone. It's all the big players. They're all there. And I have to pull your attention to that second spot, Revsguard and Scrum. I mean, we just saw Revsguard pop off